This is a story about a young man who rescued many people. He belonged to a tribe called the Israelites, and they were being terrorized by their enemies, the Philistines. This man, Manoah, and this woman, his wife, had been married many years, and they still did not have a son of their own. So they were very, very sad. But one day, something wonderful happened.
I know that you are very sad because you do not have a son. God says, if you never drink wine or whiskey, if you never eat anything that is unclean, then God will give you a son of your own. You must never cut his hair, for he will be a special man for God, a Nazarite. When he grows up, he will deliver Israel from the Philistines.
An angel appeared to me, and he said, "We will have a son." Oh, I was really afraid of him.
Oh, Lord God, please let the angel who you sent come again to teach us what we will do for our new son.
That's him, the angel who spoke to me.
Are you the angel who spoke to my wife?
I am.
How shall we take care of the child?
Your wife may not eat or drink strong wine, or anything unclean. Never cut the boy's hair. When he grows up, he will deliver Israel from the Philistines.
Wait until I make an offering of thanks to God?
I will wait, but I will not eat.
What is your name?
My name is a secret.
Manoah was very afraid, for he believed they had just seen God, and now they would die. But his wife said to him, if God wanted to kill us, he would not have received the offering. Some months later, the baby boy was born, and Manoah and his wife were very happy. Samson grew up into a very handsome young man. God had blessed him, and his mother had never cut his hair, nor let him drink strong wine. One day, Samson went down to a village called Timnath. While there, he met a beautiful Philistine girl that he liked very much. When he returned home, he asked his father and mother to get her for his wife. You should marry an Israeli girl, not a Philistine girl. The Philistines are our enemies.
I want her, so get her for me.
Well now, the very first people he must rescue are his father and mother. When Samson got to talk to the girl, he was sure that this was the girl he wanted to marry. So their parents shook hands on it, and a date was set for the wedding. At the right time, Samson returned to Timnath for the wedding. As he went down with his parents, he came to the place where the lion lay, now all dried up. A little further down the road, he gave some to his parents. But when they asked where he got it, he did not tell them. When they got to the girl's home, there was a big party going on that would last 7 days. This was the way they celebrated those times. 30 young Philistine men had come for the wedding. Well now, he never thought the next person he had to rescue would be his new wife.
If any one of you men can tell me what this puzzle means, I will give every one of you a suit of clothes.
Okay, tell us the puzzle. We'll find the answer.
But if you can't find the answer, then each one of you must give me a suit of clothes.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us the puzzle.
All right. Food came from the eater, and sweetness came from the strong. What is the meaning of the puzzle?
For 3 days, they tried and tried. Then they went to the young bride and told her they would kill her and her family if she did not find out the answer. The bride was frightened and went to Samson.
Samson, what does the puzzle mean? Please tell me.
No, I am not going to tell anyone the answer.
If you really loved me, you would tell me.
I haven't even told my father and mother.
Well, she went on crying and pleading. Finally, Samson gave in and told her the answer to the puzzle. Immediately, she stopped crying and left the house and went to the Philistines and told them the answer. Later that night, the Philistines came to Samson. "I told you we would find the answer. What is sweeter than honey? And what is stronger than a lion?" Samson was very angry, for he knew his wife had told him. He stormed out, and when he came back, sometime later he had a bundle of clothes, and he gave each of the 30 Philistines a suit of clothes. "These are Philistine clothes. He must have raided our city and killed 30 of our men. This is a bad day for us." Sometime later, Samson went back to visit his wife, but to his surprise, her father had let another man marry her. Samson was very, very angry, and he stormed out of the house.
He was so mad he caught many foxes and tied burning brands to their tails and sent them into the Philistine cornfields.
When the Philistines saw their burned out cornfields, they came with an army of 3,000 men to take Samson. Sometimes when you do good things, even good people turn against you. When Samson saw the 3,000 Philistines, he looked up to God and held out his hands. And before the sun went down that day, he had killed many, many Philistines with the jawbone of a donkey he had found on a roadside. Sometimes it's hard for a strong man to do simple things, like saving himself. One day, Samson went down to the city of Gaza. When the Philistines learned he was there, they set up a guard to watch for him in the morning when he would go home. When Samson learned they were going to kill him, he rose at midnight and took the city gate and put it on his shoulders and carried them to the top of a nearby hill. Sometime after this, Samson fell in love with a woman who was called Delilah. She lived in a valley of Sorek. "Watch out, Samson! Sometimes nice-looking people are not nice people at all." One day, 5 Philistine kings came to Delilah.
If you could find out the secret of Samson's strength, each of us will give you 1,100 pieces of silver.
Samson, what is the secret of your strength?
Well, if someone were to tie me up with 7 new bowstrings, then I would be helpless.
Samson, Samson, the Philistines are coming.
But Delilah was not finished. She asked him again. This time he said, "If they tie me up with 2 new ropes, I will be like everyone else." Delilah tied him with 2 new ropes, but he snapped those ropes like they were threads.
You are making a fool of me. Tell me the truth. Tell me how someone could tie you up.
This time she wove his 7 locks of hair into a loom. And when she shouted, "The Philistines are coming," he just got up and shook his head, and his hair released, and it all came undone.
How can you say you love me? You've made a fool of me 3 times. What makes you so strong?
Delilah kept on asking him, day after day, nagging, nagging, nagging. Finally, he told her the truth.
Here's the truth. Since I was born, my hair has never been cut. I have been special to God all my life. If my hair is cut, then I shall be weak like everyone else.
When you disobey God, you get into a lot of trouble, as you will see in this story. When Samson was asleep, Delilah called a man who cut off his 7 locks of hair. When he awoke, he did not realize the Lord had left him. So the Philistines were able to take him prisoner. They made him blind and put him in chains and led him away. Now, how will he rescue everyone in his own village? One day, the 5 kings met together to celebrate their victory over their enemy. The people called for Samson to be brought out to entertain them. When they saw him being led by a little boy, they cheered and sang praise to their god Dagon.
Let me touch the pillars. Sovereign Lord,
Remember me? Please give me the strength one more time.
Let me die of the Philistines!
They took Samson and buried him in the tomb of his father Manoah. Just remember, you can always apologize to God, and He will forgive you because God's strong, man. Jesus died for the sins of everybody. You can even be a Samson for God when you obey His commandments.